Hello everyone, it's Mark here and welcome to my week 10 healthy lifestyle update. Before I start talking in my video today, I just want to ask you all how you are. Are you okay? I know there's a lot of people around the world that are not okay at the moment. I'd like to ask you one question. Why do you think it is you're not okay? Have a think about that, because the answer might be you've got a lot of stress, you might have lost your job, you might be sick, you might have someone that's been sick in your family. There's lots of different reasons why we're not okay every day. And one of the things that I'm learning through this healthy lifestyle journey of mine is that a lot of the reasons I'm not okay or haven't been okay in the past is because of what's in my mind. And as I'm doing this healthy lifestyle journey and as I'm creating this new life for myself, I'm finding that so many of the things that I have in my mind are things that have been there predetermined for so long, and it's part of it. They're part of our conditioning. And it's only when we start to see the world around us and the world inside us that things can really change, I think. And that's what I'm experiencing with my healthy lifestyle program. So let me give you an example. This past week I've been focusing on sleep, and as I said to you all in the last videos, I've been focusing on 6 elements to make my healthy lifestyle program a success. And one of those elements is sleep. And I did a lot of research about sleep, and I looked at the scientific data, and it tells me this, that we spend a third of our life asleep. Like, we keep saying that life is so short, right? And yet we're prepared to spend a third of our entire lifetime asleep. And people might say, yeah, okay, but our bodies need to rest and we need to rejuvenate and all the rest of it, which is true. Absolutely. But are those same people who told you that 8 hours sleep a night is as good for you as having a low carb diet? Is it the same people that are telling us things that are good for us that 10 years later have been proven not to be good for us? Well, I'm now starting to believe and starting to prove that this whole notion of how much sleep we have is a load of bollocks. And there's a huge reason behind that, and I'm going to explain that to you. Morning. So here's the thing. As I'm doing with everything in this program that I'm creating, I'm experimenting and I'm doing it myself. So I'm living proof of whether it works or whether it doesn't for me, okay? And what's happened so far is this week I've focused on sleep, and I'm reducing my number of hours sleep. So I'm a guy that used to believe that he couldn't operate efficiently and be healthy and happy on anything less than 8 hours sleep. That was my go-to story that I used to tell myself. Just like I used to tell myself that sugar wasn't bad for me as well, but that's another story. So what I've been doing this past week is, based on the research I've done and based on the scientific data that I've seen, I've started to reduce my number of hours of sleep, and my goal is to get down to between 3 and 4 hours a night. Think about that, 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. People would think you're crazy if you're trying to do that, right? But that's not the case. Morning, mate. Hey, how you going? So, the reason I'm doing that is quite simple, is the research tells me that the body needs to rest, and the body needs quality rest. And sleep is not the only way to achieve that. And I've been finding through my meditation process that my body is going into a state of peacefulness and rest, and I'm feeling rejuvenated from that process, but I'm not sleeping. So that's been a really interesting phenomenon for me, because just over a year ago I didn't know how to meditate, and I wasn't meditating on a regular basis. But now with this in my life, I've understood that my body can rest through a whole lot of different means and processes. So let me give you another example. Every morning I go for a run, and when I stop running and start walking or sit down, then my body is voluntarily going into a state of rest, isn't it? So it's all relative to the situation that we put our bodies into. And what I mean by that is that, another example, if you're standing up for a long period of time and you sit down, you're resting your body, okay, and your body is getting rejuvenated from that process. You don't have to be laying down horizontally for your body to get rest. So rather than talking and over talking about this word called sleep, I'd rather use the word rest, because that's really what the body needs, is to rest, and it needs quality rest, not just at night time but during the day. So I know a lot of people that take afternoon naps and all that sort of stuff, but maybe it's a good idea to do a meditation session and allow your body to get in that complete state of rest. So I've been doing this now this week, and I've been reducing my hours of sleep from 8 hours down to about 6, 5, and I'm heading gradually. I'm not going to do it all instinctively at once. I'm going to do it gradually, but my goal is to get down to between 3 and 4 hours of sleep per night. Now, what does that mean to my life? Well, it's going to give me 20 hours a day to live, isn't it? It's going to give me an opportunity to get the most out of my day and not spend a third of my life sleeping. How's it going to make me feel? Well, at the moment it's making me feel fantastic. By reducing my sleep and by having my healthy nutrition plan, my exercising, my meditation, seeing love in the world and feeling love in the world, it's all changing. The physiological aspects of my life are changing. I'm not tired. I get through the day with plenty of energy. I've got more creativity than ever. So far with this experiment on sleep, I'm not seeing any negative benefits from it whatsoever. Oscar is, because he doesn't want to be up for 20 hours a day, but he doesn't have to be. He can go to sleep whenever he wants to. So there we go. That's what I wanted to share this morning in my week 10 update on my healthy lifestyle program. I've been focusing on sleep this past week, and I'm going to keep you all updated on how this process goes with reducing my sleep to 3 to 4 hours a night, and to living the rest of my life with a 20-hour day, because that's how much I love living and all the things that I'm doing in my life and the people that I'm surrounding myself with. I just want to have more of that. I don't want to be asleep all the time. So there we go. If you haven't tried reducing your sleep, I think what's really important is to have all those other components in place. And I can't stress that enough about this program that I'm doing. I'm feeling as though each one of the components, each of the 6 pillars that I'm focusing on, are allowing me to enjoy this newfound freedom of my soul that I'm having, and that's what I'm calling it, for the sake of labeling it, a newfound freedom of my soul. Good eating, good nutritional plan, plenty of exercise, meditation, being in love with what I'm doing and the people around me, getting rid of anger, getting rid of frustration, all that sort of stuff, exercising well, and turning up every day to the things that I love doing. Come on. And when I say turning up, I mean being there, being present. No excuses, taking away all the excuses of why I didn't turn up, why I wasn't there. And those are the important components of this whole healthy lifestyle program. So I wanted to share that with you today as my 10-week update, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an insight to how I'm seeing and experiencing the whole process around sleep at the moment. It's very, very interesting. So maybe it's time for all of us not to look at things the way that we always have in life. Change things up, challenge ourselves, and see what's on the other side. Thanks for watching my video. I'll be back again soon. See ya.